Today's topic is canons of public expenditure. What do you mean by the word canons? Canons means certain guidelines to be followed while making government expenditure. Canons of public expenditure means certain rules and regulations or principles should be followed by the public authority or the government while making expenditure on various activities of the country. So, canons of public expenditure means certain guidelines, laws, or policies or principles of expenditure, government expenditure. So, today's topic is canons of public expenditure. What is public expenditure? The expenditure incurred by the government, either central government or state government or local bodies. The expenditure made by the government can be considered as public expenditure. The expenditure incurred or made by the government on various activities. Suppose to protect the citizens of the country, expenditure made on Army, Navy and Air Force, or on Police, Department of Police for internal peace, as well as satisfying the collective needs of the people, social needs of the people. The collective needs of the people should be satisfied by the government by providing various facilities, public utilities to satisfy the needs of the people. Government can make expenditure on various activities: education, health, irrigation, transportation, communication. So many things has to be taken up by the government further to satisfy the needs of the people. So there are certain guidelines, certain rules. What rules should be followed while making expenditure? What is the main aim behind all these public expenditure? The main aim or the main object behind the public expenditure is to promote and maximize social benefit. The social benefit, maximizing the benefit of the society. So, while the main object behind public expenditure is to promote social welfare. So, the canons of public expenditure means principles of public expenditure, guidelines of public expenditure to be followed by the government or government authorities. First one, canon of economy. Economy means the public funds, the funds which are collected for the purpose of administration should not be wasted. Should not waste the funds of the government. Government authorities, there is no authority for the government to waste the money. So proper care should be taken, certain steps to be, safety measures should be followed by the government while making public expenditure. Must avoid wasteful expenditure. Unnecessary wasteful expenditure should be avoided. First condition. Condition one is wasteful, unnecessary expenditure should be avoided. So, should not waste the funds by the government. For canon of economy, that the funds should be used in a positive manner, in an appropriate way. So, canon of economy. Second one is canon of sanction. There should be proper prior approval from the authorities to make expenditure. Though any officer, any government servant should get proper approval, must have proper approval of authorities. Every rupee, every single rupee should have prior approval from the authorities. Without approval, there is no scope or there is no way to make any expenditure. So, canon of sanction is the second important principle. Third one is the canon of benefit. The benefit means the result, impact. What to achieve should the expenditure should give certain benefit. What is the benefit? Here one law should be followed. Law of equimarginal utility. Equi means equal. Utility of the additional utility of the expenditure should be equal to all the sectors of the economy. All the people of the economy should get equal utility. So the expenditure made on various activities should give result in maximum social advantage. So the expenditure should get proper benefit to the society, should made. So no wastage, no violation of rules, should take proper care while making public expenditure. Next one is canon of elasticity. Elasticity means flexibility. There is a scope for changes. An immediate need is there. If the immediate need is there, there is a scope for flexibility. The priorities will be shifted. So must be flexible. The utilization of public funds must have proper flexibility. So canon of elasticity. Elasticity means changes can be take place while making expenditure. Canon of productivity. Productivity means promoting production or capacity to produce goods. So expenditure should done to increase country's productive capacity. Productive capacity can be increased by the public expenditure. Transportation, communication, and all other facilities created by the government should promote productive capacity of the country. So avoid improper public expenditure, make proper steps to improve the productivity of the country. So another important canon of public expenditure is canon of coordination. While spending money of the public fund, governments should take proper care. There should be some coordination between central government and the state government and with the local bodies. There should be coordination between central, state and local authorities while making public expenditure. Another important canon of public expenditure is canon of cost benefit analysis. How much cost that incurred, how much benefit will be getting back. So there should be analysis of funds. Best one should be chosen. So when compared which area to be important, which areas to be developed, all these things should be analyzed before incurring public expenditure. Another canon of public expenditure is canon of income and expenditure. There should be balance between income and expenditure. The income while keeping in mind the funds availability and the needs of the people. There should be balance between government revenue and expenditure. If the expenditure more than its revenue leads to debt. So proper care should be taken by the government to make a balance between income and expenditure is another canon of public expenditure. And ninth one is the canon of equitable distribution. With the help of public expenditure, the inequalities in the society, inequalities in the country, in the distribution of income and wealth are to be reduced to the minimum level. There is a gap between rich and the poor. This gap, the income and wealth gap, should be neutralized by public expenditure. So while we are making expenditure of public government expenditure, there should be equitable distribution of funds. The inequalities in the distribution are to be reduced to the minimum level by making proper public expenditure. Every officer is expected to exercise some vigilance in respect of public expenditure because the funds of public people's fund, the revenue of the government from taxation are the fund raised from the society. Therefore, proper intelligence, vigilance, the proper care should be taken by each and every officer should take proper care and vigilance while making expenditure of the government funds. So these are the main important canons of public expenditure. Again, canon of economy, canon of sanction, canon of benefit, canon of elasticity, canon of productivity, canon of coordination, canon of cost benefit analysis, canon of income and expenditure, balanced income and expenditure, canon of equitable distribution. These are all 9 important principles of public expenditure.